I can remember very clearly it was 1980 because we had just found out that we were boycotting the 1980 Olympics. So she was just hired as the head coach at Old Dominion University and asked me to be her full-time assistant, which I was thrilled about, to have a full-time job, starting salary $12,000, and but more importantly, what a great opportunity for me to work with such a wonderful person and coach in Beth.
Yeah, what do you think you learned anything from working with her?
I learned everything about field hockey from working with Beth and probably playing on the U.S. team, to continue to play with the U.S. team. Beth is such a great competitor and really studies the game, is very innovative in her coaching style. So I would say that, I learned a lot about how to organize a practice, how to make changes during the game. Just learned every facet of field hockey from Beth.
And what do you think it'll be like, if you guys opening up Friday with Old Dominion after the game? Do you think it'll take long for you guys to catch up, or?
We've been talking the past couple weeks. I would say we're very close as far as coaching peers go. I think there's just a tremendous amount of respect, mutual respect, as we were teammates, and when you're teammates, then you really have that special bond. And having worked with her for 4 years, and I think we have a sisterly relationship, and I see the compassionate side of Beth that most people don't. They really see the competitive side of Beth, and I just have a tremendous amount of respect for her. And when the game's over, we give each other a big hug, and whatever we say is very sincere and meaningful.
And now, Bethany, after talking, I was told that the other coaches said that Char's best asset is her sense of humor. So as one of her players, have you picked up on that, or is there an instance?
Yeah, I would say, I guess the most recognizable sense of humor would be sarcasm at times. She likes to make jokes, sometimes about our mistakes or something like that, but it's funny.
I don't joke about your mistakes. I take your mistakes very seriously.
Bethany, I talked with one of your teammates, and she said one of the focuses of this year, I guess, is fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been a problem in the past, or is that just just the focus? What are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say it was definitely, it would be one of our problems in the past. I just think that's one of the areas that if you are consistent in improving your fundamentals, it just makes our team that much better. And I think that's an area that some other teams get away from. Some teams, get away from the basics. And if you just continue to have a good foundation, then you can just build upon that.
And Audrey was talking yesterday about the trip to Racetown.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on that?
That was just a great day that we spent with our team. We did a bunch of different things together, a lot of team bonding, and just a lot of relaxation. So it was a good time to get away and just kind of enjoy the day with each other, just off the field.
Yeah, I talked to Denise Zug about the trip a few days ago, and she said that you guys had taken a hike just as a team, and then when you got to the top, you guys all went over your goals and stuff. What exactly were the goals?
Well, I guess one of the main goals is just be commitment to each other, and to the team, committing to trying to be the best we can, trying to work hard every day to improve. So kind of up there, we were kind of on our own and kind of in isolation, and we just made a pact that we would just commit to each other, to work hard every day, and we really believed that if we did that, then we could achieve our ultimate goal of being as successful as we could, of being Big Ten champs again and making the trip through the Final Four.
And is there a specific part of the trip that stood out to you that was maybe your favorite part or something like that?
I guess I would say the hike, because on the way up, because we had a game before, and it was early in the morning for most of the team, so it was actually pretty hard on the way up, but we were walking with each other, talking, so that really made it easier to get to the top. And then we were up there, it was just a nice part to kind of relax and reflect, and it was just really pretty scenery around, so it made a good atmosphere. To kind of communicate about what we wanted out of the season. And on the way down, it was a lot easier, and it was just we just enjoyed being around each other.
You guys start the season with 2 road games, at Old Dominion and at Virginia. Is it nice to get tested early in the season? Do you think that's good for the team for the long
Certainly. I mean, every year we start out with playing Old Dominion. They're always, one of the toughest teams in the country, and that's just a great way to see, how we are compared against other teams, and if, we want to be the best, then we have to play the best throughout the season.
Sure. I think you have the toughest schedule.
We worked on it. I think that our out-of-conference schedule is very, very challenging, but I feel that our team is definitely up to the task. Excuse me. And I think that, just feeding off what Bethany said, opening up with Old Dominion, it just gives a purpose to your preseason, and the players know right away that they have to be focused, and they have to be focused every practice. And I think when you can get that type of performance out of your players at practice, then they're going to be ready to perform during the, in the contest during the game. So I like playing the challenging schedule. I think that, like I said, week in, week out, we've got to, make sure that we get sharper and better every day to be ready for the game that weekend, and it's just going to get us more prepared for conference play.
Yeah, do you know who your starting goalie will be?
I don't, and honestly, I think that is something that I honestly anticipate as a game-to-game decision. I think that both of them are doing very, very well. We see moments in practice where one seems a little sharper, and then the next, time you turn around, the other one looks a little sharper. So I think both Ayla and Allie have been doing a great job of continuing to improve their performance in the cage.
How strange is that not having, because you've had a set goalkeeper for years and years?
Right. We've always had sort of the starting goalkeeper and then the role player, but both with Ayla and Allie, they're very competent goalkeepers, and I think that they both have the opportunity to win that spot. And I honestly think that it could be, talking to the coaches, more of a game to game, not, okay, you play the first half and second half. I would almost rather see the one play the whole game and then the other play the next game, something like that. But it's going to be something that they're going to have to continue to challenge for throughout the season.
You guys, I think it was a week ago today, had a 4-2 win in an exhibition game against Villanova. It doesn't count in the standings, but how much importance do you place on that as a coach? Is it nice to get that winning mentality back?
Yes, I thought I thought we did a lot of very nice things on the attack and building up our attack out of our defensive end. I felt that we got a little sloppy in the second half, and that resulted in one of the goals. But I think some things this team just needs to experience. We have a lot of players out there that really haven't had game experience, so getting them on the field and putting them in situations, game-like situations, and then showing them how to handle that situation or maybe how to play it a little differently is very, very beneficial. So I think the scrimmage really shows you, where to place your players and, who you can really depend on early in the season.
There are a couple of rules changes this year. Are you expecting scoring to be going up because of these changes?
I think not only the scoring is going to be going up, but I think just the excitement of the game itself. I mean, we've already had a couple coaches and people that have seen the game play year in and year out watch the scrimmage and say, wow, it's a much faster game. And I think Bethany can attest to that as well. You just don't get a breather. Your breather is when you get substituted in and out, because the game, there's no reason for the play to stop. It just goes at speed.
Will you substitute more because of the rule change?
Definitely, definitely. And one thing we've asked of our players during preseason is that they have the flexibility to be versatile in the different positions they play. And so we're trying to get a few players in. I think the midfield where Beth plays, it's just a non-stop track meet, and we want Beth on the field, but we also with other players, but we want to make sure that they have the stamina. And I think that's a tough thing this part of the season, early in the season. I think you're obviously going to see their stamina grow as the season goes on, but is a quick turnaround, quick transition from offense to defense and defense to offense.
Are you pleased with the condition of the team?
Very, very pleased. Our team came in. This was the fittest team that we've ever had start preseason. We had everyone pass the endurance test, and really of the 19 players we have, only one didn't pass the sprint test. So I think that speaks volumes for the players' commitment to the program this year. And a lot of credit really goes to Bethany and her captain counterparts, because I know that they played a very important role this summer by staying in touch with the players. That's something that we can't do as a coaching staff, but the captains really made sure that they stayed in touch with the players and helped them do the fitness program.
I believe you're a senior.
No. I mean, people always say coming in doing a college is the fastest 4 years of your life, but it really truly is, and it's you really don't kind of understand that until you're in this position.
Having gone through the 2007 season, gotten so close, how are you trying to recapture what you guys had in the season?
Oh, I mean, it was an unbelievable experience. It was just an exciting period, a couple of weeks. It's just to kind of, you have these upset wins after upset wins, and you have a tremendous pride to build between the team, and just pride for the university to just represent the team on a national level. So I definitely think that is a very it's one of our highest team goals this season, because I guess my class, along with the current junior class, we were a part of that, and we talked to our underclassmen how such a great experience it was. So that's definitely on their priorities.
One last question. Charlene, how many for 400 win? 8. So would that be a nice part of the senior trip to give her? Pay her 400 win?
Yes, I would agree.
I don't know about that. Bethany is really the one player on the team that has started since her freshman year. So she really brings the most experience to the team this year. And one of the other great things about Beth is her versatility to play the different positions. She's played a number of different positions since she's been here at Penn State. And along with her leadership and with her talent, I mean, she struggled a little bit this summer with an injury. I wouldn't say struggle is the right word, but she's the type that's willing to play through the pain and give her best effort every day of practice in the game. So her leadership and her experience really means a lot to me this season.
Bethany, are there any games this season as a senior that you've circled on the calendar, so to speak, that you're really looking forward to, or is it just kind of a one game at a time mindset for you?
I guess, each game you really have to focus, because, again, with the strength of our schedule, every team we play has the potential to beat you. So I think every game is extremely important. To highlight one, I would say maybe our Iowa game, or I say the at Iowa game. It's going to be on the Big Ten Network, which is always fun and more exciting to play. And I guess my sophomore year, when we played at Iowa, we had pretty controversial overtime loss. So that'll be good to get out there again and hopefully try to avenge that.
No? Thank you.
When you get to that significant win, okay, as a group of players, what do you think you should do, your coach, the moment the buzzer goes off?
Send her to Pebble Beach. Say send her to Pebble Beach.
Send her to Pebble Beach.
That wasn't your idea.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.